things are changing so quickly. AI, technology, everything else that goes around it, there's a real pressure for people in small business at the moment. And I think just being aware of that isolation and burnout is really, really important. One of the things that I've identified, because Gem's a mental health first aider, and it's one of the things we, from a business community perspective and consultancy, we focus a lot about people's well-being and how they're doing and just checking in. But actually, by the time you get to that place where you feel isolated, it's almost too late. And so, again, it's just understanding what those signs are for you. For me, I identified last year of actually planning that time out. My brain doesn't stop. That noise is constantly there. So actually, not many of you will know this, but I have an allotment. And actually, my allotment is my downtime. I just go and I people away. I mean, I know it sounds old, doesn't it? But I love my allotment. Can't wait to go and get some horse shit and dig it in, get my potatoes growing. But actually, that for me, and it's a bit of a random one, but actually it just is me on my own doing something where my brain is focused on something totally different. I think there's also this thing for me that I've always been challenged about. I've always been taught that you can't mix business and friendship. And I found that really challenging because actually most of my friends are people I do business with. Because actually I don't do small talk and I don't do like just hanging out with people because like there's got to be purpose to the things I do. So I actually said to somebody a little while ago, back in the autumn, like about having some accountability and fitness this year. And that person said, I tell you what, why don't we start boxing? I'm like, I have a severely bad back. I have an issue with my eyes, with my retina. I'm not sure that being punched in the face with a boxing glove is probably the best thing to do.
Sign me up.
So when we were in Tenerife, Dan texted me and said, are we going boxing? And so actually, Dan and I started the first week in January. We went to our first boxing class, didn't we, Dan? And we went to another training this week, which was slightly more painful. But the reason I share that is actually, a part of that was that I needed to get to a place of just total switch off. And so actually walking into that boxing club, even though me and Dan are doing it together and there was accountability in doing that, because actually neither of us would have walked in through that door the first night on our own. But it was, what I came away with was I totally switched off for an hour, because actually I was trying not to be hit. But I totally switched off. And actually I slept so well that night, just identifying. So I wasn't burnt out, I wasn't feeling isolated, but I've done something that has physically put me in a group with a group of different people and doing something totally different. Now, I'm not advocating you all go boxing, but I just think it was something for me this year of like, actually, I've got to do some different things.
But I think it's important to do something that engages your brain in a different way. The to-do list never comes to an end when you're an entrepreneur. You have to learn to switch it off and step away. I have to do something like go to the gym where then I'm worried about whether I'm going to get enough points because I've done the exercise in the right order or whatever, or got up to athletic because I've done enough steps on the cross trainer. And then because I'm thinking about that, and that stops me from thinking about work. If I was just to go and sit on the sofa, the chances are 10 minutes later I'll be thinking, so if I do that and put those tables there and I'm suddenly back into work again. We're quite happy to let ourselves down and just go, do you know what, just going to sign out for tonight, I can't be bothered. But we won't let somebody else down very easily, so we tend to push ourselves to do it. We need to get better at being okay with, not letting ourselves down and actually doing these things because we deserve to do them. But if we can't do that, then let's do it with someone else that makes us push ourselves to do that. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to come boxing, just let us know.